also made sure I washed my hands, because when you work with these neat little chalks, they're not really a chalk as in like chalky chalk. They are created to kind of make it look like Tailor chalks, you know, they're a different type of a product, but they're basically a pigment block, so they're very, very saturated in pigment, and you can draw and paint with it because they're water soluble. They're fantastic, you know, art tool or art supply. And but because they're so pigmented, you know, when you touch them, it kind of goes onto your fingers as well. So if you want to have a white clean background, then just make sure you wash your hands, that's all. But they are beautiful. I already have 3 colors, the ochre, the sepia obviously, and then a brown, and I have really been enjoying them. They have been a fantastic discovery this year. Okay, next thing, I am going to actually work a little bit on the eyes and then finish off with the lip. So the eyes in an illustration like this is a bit of a make or break, because I don't want to start putting too much like illustrative type of a detail, because that will clash with the looseness of the abstract style here. But I do want a suggestion of the eyes, so we'll see what I can do. Maybe I will go in with the Payne's Grey Rowney acrylic ink. Just going to squeeze out a little bit here on the paper. Let's see. Just need a tiny little bit because these are also quite intense. And they're almost black, so you need to water it out quite a bit. I'm thinking what I should sort of create like a bit of an eyeball. With a bit of an eyeliner or suggestion of it, so we can break up the largeness of the eye like that. I think that's as much detail as I'd like to have here. And then we're going to repeat the same thing over here. Like that, and then a bit of a line here as well. I think that's okay. And then maybe a little flick here at the end. Again, I don't want to go into the too much detail, but I think that kind of works okay-ish. It's possibly already a bit too much detail than I was hoping for, but let's see if I can close up the eye a little. Just make it a bit smaller like that, so it kind of looks a little bit more dreamier, I suppose. And then what I could do, I could lift a little bit of this ink so that it has less color and more transparency, and that again will create a nice little effect. So you can see now, same thing here. I'm just lifting and letting a bit of the background kind of stand up a little bit more. I think that works quite nicely. And then now I can concentrate on finishing the lip. And I'll go just into the Napthamide Maroon, quite concentrated, and literally just do a bit of this. We're just spreading it ever so slightly, making sure my brush is sort of nearly dry. So that we get this beautiful gradual effect. Okay, so I think this looks quite nice. The final thing I wanted to do is always have like a popping color, and I kind of was thinking of putting the popping color this side, but if you look at it, this side has lightness to it and this side has a darkness. So I'm thinking the popping color might actually do quite well layering over this area here and maybe taking it under the eye as well. We'll see. So I think because the deep ochre is very close to this color, as you can see, I'm going to go for more vibrant yellow ochre. So I'm going to go straight in, just a small dot like that should be enough for all of it. Now here is all about water control, so I'm just going to do a bit of abstract kind of like that. I think I quite like it actually, layering over this area and here. So I think that is quite neat. I might want to intensify that just a little touch. Maybe here. Oops, that was a bit too much. So I'm going to lift that and bring it up to this area like that. But I actually quite love the look of it. I might repeat it here under the chin a little bit because that just looks gorgeous to me. I love the whole mix of the inks and, well, this is the ink here. It mixes beautifully in together. This is just magic to me. Pure magic. Look at that beautiful way of moving things. So I don't want to overwork anything, so I'm just going to clean my brush and just wipe it to create a gradient effect. That's it. I'm actually super happy with this. I think that this lifted, and I need a little bit of that in the neck. I can see now. It just needs to be, for me, it needs to be, there we go, repeated throughout this sort of side, I feel like. Just a little smudge here. That's it. The key here is to not overwork it. Now with the eyes, one part of me wants to do something there still, which is not quite there yet, but I haven't fully decided what, because I don't want it to be too harsh, but then let's see. I'm definitely thinking of something water soluble. What would happen if I'd go for this beautiful color here, which is green ochre? Maybe I'll just dip it into the water and see what happens. Can't really see it. No, it gets a bit lost there, but maybe underneath. Okay, so I think I'm going to be quite brave and find my beloved Stabilo and just go in, and as much as I didn't want to create a detail, I feel like it sort of almost needs that bit of a emphasis here, just to lift these eyes. Maybe just actually scratching up the line a little. There we go, breaking it up like so. We also have lost the eyebrows, so I'm gonna pencil them in. Okay, that looks quite neat. And I'm not going to do anything here, but I do want to soften just the top of the eyelids a little. And then for the actual eye, I'm going to go in Oh, I have enough here actually. And just add a bit of darkness like that. I think that lifts things quite beautifully. There we go. Okay, that's it. I don't want to, you know, risk ruining this. I'm quite happy with it. So, what have I used? In the end, I have used the Diamine Sepia ink. I have used the Ecoline in yellow ochre. I have used the Rowney FW in Payne's Grey. And I have used this pencil, Stabilo all. Obviously brush and a dip pan. And then color-wise, from my watercolors, I have used the Lunar Earth and Viridian, and then also Napthamide Maroon. And I have also used the Sepia ArtGraf. So that's it. Not too many things, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to link everything down below for you in terms of the art supplies if you're interested. I hope you enjoy this, and let me know what you're doing for Inktober and whether this has inspired you in any way. I think when you pick abstract style, really there is very little you can do wrong, because you can get away with so many kind of almost mistakes which can be made to look beautiful, which can be worked with, as opposed to the traditional way of painting a portrait or a face. And I think it's a fun way that takes out a lot of stress and pressure to get things done. It could be, you know, all sorts of things. It doesn't have to be a face. It could be flowers. It could be other things. So yeah, and don't forget to check out Irit Landgraf's video if you haven't done that yet. And that's it. I'll see you on Monday. Thanks for watching.